Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Hi. Getting Laura in here. How's it going? Good. Hi. Hello, Miss Erin. Hi, Sarah. Nice to see you, ladies. Hello. Hello. I'm wearing my new sweater. You can't really tell because it's just dark. But this is my weekender crew. It's so cozy. I love this damn thing. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Maya. Yeah. I love it. I'm in love. Laura, I'm in love with this weekender crew.
It's so good and it's beautiful. But it looks like you were just born with it on. So every time it's just such a natural, like perfect fit. Every time I see it on you, I'm like, well, obviously that's the sweater Allison's wearing because it's so perfect, but it
Is
is
the one.
ideal. You did have to knit that whole thing.
I
You had to.
did. I had to do it. I had to do it. It's just been on the top of the pile. Do you do this, Laura, where you just put it on the top and then you just keep grabbing the one on the top of the pile because it's the easiest one to get to?
Well, I always feel like the freshest, also you justify it by being like it's so fresh. Like it
It's
needs to
so
get
fresh.
worn in.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah. It's day
it's
7 of its life. It's still just a baby.
well, wool is antimicrobial, like we always like to remind people. So,
Yeah.
just that's fine. Just give it a quick shakey shake and it'll be fine. You don't stink.
Yeah. Nah. Nah. I always got a t-shirt. You got to have the t-shirt on underneath it.
Hmm.
That's
It's
that's
critical.
how we get away with never having to clean anything. You
Hmm.
heard it here
Yeah,
first.
protective
Yeah.
barrier. That's why people get so frustrated in historical films when people are just wearing their corset against their bare skin because like
Yeah.
that's not how you did that. You wore the big chemise so you look like freaking Wee Willie Winky at
Yeah.
nighttime, but it was to protect your clothing from your oils. So you have to wear your chemise, everyone. That's the whole point.
Unfortunately, that's just not a sexy time. That's not good for
No,
sexy time.
it's deeply unsexy. And so that's why they're always like corset directly on body. But everyone's like, ugh, ugh.
Stop that.
Yeah.
Stop that. You
But
know how hard those are to make?
I think Wee Willie Winky is really sexy. So, it's fine. And I'm glad Maya appreciates the reference. So,
Yeah. So Miss McDougal,
yes.
we're gonna have a brainstorming session today.
Okay.
Because so I've been thinking amongst other things, but I thought maybe it would be fun to do this live, with our core audience members who join us,
Yeah.
to
Our
talk
mighty
about
13 today.
our mighty 13. Yes, our mighty 13. Yeah, it's a tough time of year to get anybody to do anything.
Right.
But I thought if people are logging in to chit chat with us, these are the people whose opinions we want too.
Core. Hmm.
So I have been thinking about the future of this program.
Okay.
And this is 20, episode 20,
Yes, it is.
and which means that we do this. This is a thing we do.
Yep. After
And I
14, it's a habit.
after 14, it's a habit. I learned that watching your jam event
That's right.
calendar.
That's right.
Yeah. So I feel like we should make it more of a thing. I'm gonna make titles for us, Laura.
Hmm.
Title pages, right? So that when we go onto the YouTube, it's not just a dump. We can make it look pretty, an official thing. And I was thinking a little bit more structure. Like we've kind of tried to do this over the past 20 episodes, but nothing's ever really stuck. Because we're always like, let's do questions, and then we're doing so many other things that we just don't dedicate the time necessary to be able to like add a little bit of structure. But if we did like, you know, section it off a little bit, so we're talking about generally the same things, people knew a little bit more what to expect when they dialed in. So that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean, are we asking the audience what's or are we declaring that boom, there's now it's structure. I know that all the people that are chatting right now love structure. They're frequent flyers in the Laura Allison program. So they
Except
enjoy structure.
for the work that they're supposed to be doing right now, which they're ignoring, and that's what they're
Yes.
chit-chatting about. So the structure is
Mm-hmm.
involved right now is ignoring their work, which it's like 4 days before Christmas. Of course you're ignoring your work. I think you get points for just showing up to work today. So great
Oh
job,
yeah,
everybody.
no doubt
Have a
about it.
cookie. Yeah, have a cookie.
No doubt about it. Yeah.
Uh,
I'm for it. I think that you know, I think that it's a good idea. I think that it's a chicken or the egg problem. I think to make it look more polished and official, invest in microphones, all those things, and invest time in editing. It's like I'd like to
this
have an
microphone.
audience. Yeah, which I don't
This
I don't have.
microphone.
But I'd like to have an audience to like make, so it's like, but then you have to build the audience to have those things. So I don't know. It's Sarah's down for structure, which I know. Sarah is our like queen rule enforcer. Coach Sarah loves structure. And I'm seeing Sarah Caston typing, so I know that's coming. I know that's coming too.
Well,
But yeah, in theory, I'm down.
yeah, I think in theory in too, right? Because the other alternative is to just stop trying to get an audience on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and just do this live for our core group. But part of the reason we started doing this was to try to get more people to come join us on the Mighty Network, come join the party.
Yeah, there's a lot
So
of razzle dazzle that needs to be present for YouTube folks, though. They love a lot of editing.
so much razzle dazzle.
They need a lot of editing. They're used to a rhythm, and our rhythm is literally conversational, and like people edit out their ums and breaths on YouTube. So it's like one big robot. It's very, and like lots of bright lighting, and it's a whole very staged format. So I think it's hard for people to go back to just watching two people talk. As someone that watches a lot of YouTube, to be honest. So, does anybody else that's with us now watch things on YouTube? And what are you watching? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I would love to see that too. I think
Mhm.
is there thanks, Rachel. Rachel says she loves watching us talk.
Mhm.
Thanks, Rachel. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your cousins. Is there a way that we could start making steps? Like obviously we're neither one of us are going to be editing out our ums and our breaths.
Yeah.
But so I was just thinking if we did a little bit more structure, which seems like where we did more like sections,
Mhm.
like little part, little title that says time to talk about knitting, and then we talk about our work in progresses, and
Cool.
then that's just kind of what I was thinking. So somewhere between hiring like developing AI for us to just so we don't have to do this at all. And and where we are now, which is just no structure, just chit chat, which is great for our party crew. But if this is supposed to be like an outreach thing, maybe there's like a middle ground.
Yeah. Well, I think then the structure makes a lot of sense. But yeah, we have to lead with the most broad content, and then we can filter down into the more chit chatty. And then the longer people stick with it, the more niche it gets. But
I
so I
like
kind
that.
of like Sarah's idea of starting with like a how to and then going into trashy TV or whatever. That makes a lot of sense. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, I think it's a good idea in theory. I'm gonna definitely take Sarah's recommendation and check out Sorry Nordland on YouTube for sure. I would like to see how she structures things. I check out a few of the hits that people constantly reference, but I don't personally consume a lot because I don't know. I don't want to like. I'm such a what's that called? Like I'm just a sponge, and I don't want to like accidentally start parroting something that I've seen and take other people's original ideas or whatever. So I like to kind of keep my brain fresh. But Rachel apparently watches a lot. Yeah, I do think there's a purpose for them for that flow piece. I do love that. Okay, good. We're getting more recommendations. It's really good.
Yeah. I've been over the past couple of weeks, I've been trying to see what
Mhm,
knitting people are doing, since that's going to be, that's going to be the people that we're trying to reach, people who are on
mhm.
YouTube looking for knitting content. And it seems more relaxed than like Mr. Beast or whatever. I don't think we need to go like crazy, but
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it's a good idea for sure. Yeah. But it's a little scary for sure. But we want to, I know this is coming from, we want to continue to grow our community too and have more folks get involved in the party. And so that's
right.
where we're thinking about, just places to, have some party stuff that we feature outside so folks can see what we're up to and all the fun we're having. So that's one idea that we had. But
Yeah.
yeah, the knitting world versus just interview shows is a lot different for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Just
reading the comments now.
reading
People have really
reading some
thoughtful stuff to
comments.
say, which is so
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah, super helpful. All right. So if we want to start off by having a more like a broader, and we're knitters and our community is knitting, then it makes sense to start off with the knitting, and then whittle it down to the more
Yeah.
more niche things. So I like that. So being coming in with what you're working on, what you order, what yarns you order, what new shiny thing in the knitting community is taking your attention, et cetera, and then moving on from there. That makes the
For
most
sure.
sense, absolutely. From there, things that we normally hit on, it's kind of a mixed bag. But as people who are selling things on the internet, I think one of the sections needs to be about things that we're promoting with our own classes or what's going on in the party.
Hmm.
So that was another section that I thought of. You are super invested in the culture corner on the party, Laura, and
Hmm.
you've got your thumb on the pulse
Yeah,
of
sure.
what's going
Of
on
what
out
I care
there.
of what I care about. Yeah, I have my finger on the pulse of what I care about. So
Perfect.
yeah.
That's all I care about too.
Yeah,
So
yay.
that works out really well. So something about like what are we watching? What are we reading? What are we doing in that
Mhm.
sense?
Yeah, that's great. I think we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We just have to put it in an order, it sounds like.
Exactly.
Um,
Yeah. That
but
way, when
yeah.
people are coming in, I feel like they'll be like, oh, I know what to expect when I hit play on this video. There's a with the predictable structure.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Maybe that's something we could try in the new year.
Well, or we can start now, because I brought stuff I'm working on. Um, we could start that right up top. I'm ready to talk
Love
knitting
it.
right here
Well,
at the get-go.
go for it, Laura. Get in there.
Well, I have stuff I can't share because of gifts, but I did get started on my Lealanau sleeve swatch, so that's really exciting. I was able to get to welcome people to the work group yesterday that have signed up so far, but I'm leading the Lealanau knit along again for our third year this year. And one of my signature moves is to do my sleeve as a swatch, and it's coming out so beautifully. So
Looks
I'm really excited because this is yarn I picked up on a vacation that I took to Norway and Denmark. And I'm trying to knit the rainbow of this sweater. So I have a red one, and now I'm going to orange. But I see Julie Brooks is here, and I'm really excited about that because she told me about the existence of this yarn. It's Oh Dang DK. So I'm super pumped to be using the Oh Dang from Farmer's Daughter as my contrast color held single because it's a DK Surrey. It's like, look at the inside.
Oh my God, that's going to be the warmest sweater on the planet.
It's so cozy because this beautiful Danish wool is very rustic and I love it. But just having that like that Odang lining is unbelievable. So I had that momentary panic. It's sort of a mint color, and I had a momentary panic of like looking at it, like, is this terrible? But no, I do like it.
I love it. I think it's perfect.
It's just enough interest that, and it just feels great. So I keep stopping to knit it by just being like, ooh, it feels so nice. So anyway, I was just really pumped. I cast this on yesterday and I was like, I know in particular Julie Brooks will love this, but I wanted to show everybody. DK, oh dang. And you had hashtag influenced me so hard, Allyson, using oh dang fingering held double on your porcelain sweater. And
I just ordered yarn to do that again because I liked that so much.
it's such a beautiful fabric. Like it just looks so good on you. And holding double life, it was just like the other folks that used Odang in that class, I loved it. So I was like, well, I'd love to have a fluffy life stitch. And then Julie Brooks was like, oh, they make a DK. And I was like, sold.
Julie Brooks talking about having her finger on the pulse of the knitting community.
Truly, look out. Truly, we are a community. So I just was itching to show this off. So I'm glad we decided we want to start the program that way because pretty exciting stuff and more to come about Lealanau Knit Along. But it's these last couple of days, at least in our world, has been nice because we're doing Christmas together. So I just feel like our cozy Christmas, I just get feeling cozier as we lead up to the holiday as opposed to like less frantic, which I really like.
Yeah, that's not normal. More people just get dialed the fuck up.
Yeah.
And no, we do not do that. I'm excited to show off a project too, Laura.
I'm on the edge of my seat. I literally am. Yay! Oh my gosh, you've made so much progress. Now, Allyson, you already have a sheep sweater. So are you making a second one for yourself? Is that what I'm looking at?
Yes, I am. No, I'm not.
It looks exactly your size. So that's why I'm confused.
Weirdly, Royal and I have very similar bust circumferences. As it turns out. But no, here are his little leg holes. This is Royal's sweater. I just put these leg holes in. I am going to be teaching a design your own dog sweater class. And so
that is incredible.
Why not make a black sheep sweater for Royal? Here's where the black sheep's going to go.
So this is a combination, like this is sort of a smorgasbord of Allyson originals where you have your black sheep sweater workroom and you've developed charts for that. But this is for a design your own dog sweater class that you can use any motif for. Is that right?
Just absolutely anything on the planet. Yes. So I am developing the support materials for the design your own dog sweater class. And I just really feel like Royal and I should have only matching outfits. So I thought, why not start then with with the black sheep sweater because I had yarn left over too. So it really made sense. So I've been knitting away on this. Like Laura was just saying, the Coz is dialed to 11 over here. All I'm doing is sitting with my feet up, drinking tea and knitting and watching Christmas movies.
About how stressed people get leading up to Christmas. And I just let it take it from me.
Take it for, oh, are you stressed about your whole family coming? Oh, are you stressed because your long lost father has showed up on your doorstep on Christmas? Are you stressed that you don't have love and your mom's going to give you a hard time about it at Christmas dinner? any of these things could be things that you could be stressed about, but not Laura and I. Laura and I are stressed about nothing.
Knitting away.
Only thing that we're stressed about is making sure we pick up our pizza before the pizza place closes on Christmas Eve for our Christmas dinner of pizza. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So that is why I have made
Jingle bells.
that is why I have made so much progress on this sweater.
Yeah, man. That's why I'm attempting to work ahead. Because it's tis the season to work ahead. It's just feeling
as you can
great.
See, it fits in perfectly.
So this is this is again the kind of content that will bring people to our social network Laura Allyson party. So that's, just keep shoving the pets in their face and they'll come running. They'll come running. Karen says she wants to be royal, which is correct. He has a very good life. Good life.
He does this thing now where he needs to be on top of a blanket on the couch and also under a blanket. So he likes to sandwich himself in a blanket sandwich.
Yeah, burrito. Me too.
So that's a real thing. So yes, Royal is living the best life on the planet, and he's about to get a black sheep sweater.
So naturally then, because knitters are knitters, multiple people are asking, can it be sized to a cat as well?
There is absolutely no reason why it cannot be sized to a cat, because
provided your cat will allow you to dress them.
That is why I have had some real dialed up cats, and I've had some very chill cats. No cat I've ever known has been okay with wearing clothing. It does not even cross into my brain. But Aaron and Sarah, yes, the answer is yes. Absolutely, it can be sized to fit any animal. You got a gerbil? Great. You got a hamster? Awesome.
Yeah.
You have a
guinea pigs.
Horse? Elephant? Hippo?
Bunny?
Did you get a hippopotamus for Christmas? Yes, absolutely.
That'd be very dangerous, but it would be very cute, like the song.
Yeah, very cute. Unhinged, murder. They're just murderers. They just murder. Yeah.
Yep.
A snake, I'm going to say you don't need the class for a snake. If you need to take a class to make a sweater for a snake.
Yeah, just find a pattern for a baby sock, really, and don't make a heel. Just
boom. That's free content. Laura, this can be part of our outreach program too. Free content.
So there's our tip. Boom. There's the tips section. Knit a snake to knit a snake sweater. Just find a tiny child sock and don't make the heel. Go.
Boom. Done. Love it. Okay, great. So Milena needs pictures of your cats in the sweaters. So sign up for the
all class. The more reason.
And do it. But yeah,
so our signups avail yet, or those will happen in the new year?
They will happen in the new year. I'm calling it deep winter. My deep winter classes, the ones that are going to start in March, are launching on January 9th.
Nice.
Or 8th for the party, exclusively to the party, one day early. So
incredible.
It's real.
So good.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
So good.
It feels like March is deep winter. It's almost spring, but not really. Not the way we live. So deep winter.
It's a mindset, really. The vitamin D's at an all-time low there. So
yeah. So we're going deep. They're deep winter classes. Yeah, it's real
for sure.
So that is what I've been really just working away on over here.
I love it. Yeah, have little gifties that we can chit chat about in 2024. But for the most part, yeah, I've just been swatching away and getting ready for our porcelain class and just vibing. It's been really nice.
Nice. Love that. Love that.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's how everybody's kind of feeling this time of year. Just not super stressed. But I don't think that's the case, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't have sage words of advice other than like I saw a really nice TikTok today of this kind Southern woman who was just like, just quick Christmas message for everybody. Like, hey, if you haven't gotten around to decorating at this point, it's just not going to happen. And that's okay. It's fine. Like if you don't need to go insane on the wrapping, try to do like one nice present wrap for everybody. And the rest, if it's in a bag, it's great. She's like, just take the pressure off yourself a little bit. It's coming either way. It's fine. And I was like, this is good vibes. She was just out here being like, hey, just quick check-in. It's right around the corner. Don't kill yourself. Like, it's just really, you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself sometimes that other people really aren't expecting. So
No,
that's the only advice I have.
They're not doing it either. So yeah, just try to relax. Give yourself a break.
Yeah. And I know the Hanukkah season wrapped up. So, I'm sure that was, and that being early in December too, then that comes like right after Thanksgiving. That seems very stressful. Yeah. So I hope you all are kicking back and ready to order some pizza with us.
Yeah.
On Christmas Eve. It's the move. And if you're GF, find your local GF pizza spot because that's what we're up to. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. We're gonna play some games, Laura. It's gonna be good. We're getting started early. Shane this morning on his way to work, he was like, I'm so glad we're starting Christmas Eve early. I do not want to be up at 2 a.m. on Christmas morning, trying to clean up in time for Christmas breakfast. And I was like, yeah, those days are over, man. We're not doing it. Yeah. Not around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not doing it. Sarah asked what games. Laura, what games are we going to play?
I don't think we've officially declared, but I'm definitely putting a vote in for Wingspan. Yes. I think could be a lot of fun.
I've never played 4-person Wingspan.
Yeah, me neither. I think that could be really fun. I think that's pretty much it is Wingspan. But I'd love to play Code Names as well. Brooke and I have been practicing. Getting on the same page for Code Names.
I forgot everything about that game, but I was looking at it the other day. I was thinking that might be fun to take for New Year's Eve. Too.
I agree with that, and it might be good for us all to practice But Code Names is just fun. It's fun, quick setup, and just like hilarious. But I think that could be really fun for New Year's. Otherwise, I mean, Splendor. Splendor's we always love a good Splendor. So those are my suggestions.
We have a pile of games around at my house. Shane keeps buying more games. We have new games we haven't even gotten a chance to play yet. So
I would, if given that everyone will be enjoying cocktails, I would enjoy trying to introduce Brooke to Zeus on the Loose, which is a hilarious game. It just stresses me out because you have to do fast mental math in odd numbers. And I do not do well at fast mental math. I'm never the scorekeeper. It's very confusing for me. But if everyone's at a handicap with mental quickness, I think Zeus on the Loose would be really fun as well.
I think it'd be great too. I think that's a good one. Oh, Jane knows that one too. That's her kid's favorite, Zeus on the Loose.
I do think it's a great kids game.
Yeah. Or a drunk adult game.
Yeah, spot the difference. The difference. Yeah. But I think it's a good, it's good to work on my mental math. Clearly I need practice. So it's good to be forced to do that.
Friendly environment.
Yes.
Right? Nobody's
as long as no one's like,
you're adding,
dumbest boy in school. I just don't need that.
Yep, in the corner.
It just takes me back to like math class where I was always very bad and you'd have to play these math games and I would just suck so bad in front of everyone. And hate it.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds
maybe,
good.
I don't know, Lisa. I'm sure you could play with the calculator, but it's as long as you're quick with it. Don't not on your phone because it'll be like it'll be dying. You'll have to like unlock your phone all the time. It's got to be like good old fashioned. So
All right.
the game it's something that Shane found, right, Allison? It's
Yes,
called Zeus
it's
on the
called
Loose.
Zeus, like the Greek god Zeus on the loose. And it's a card game where you're adding numbers to get to 100. And the goal is to end the game by playing a card that gets you to 100, and you have to have the little Zeus figurine. And some of the cards in well, you can play that you get the Zeus is taken from you. So it's kind of fast. It's kind of fast paced, chaos, quick moving.
It's cute
And
as hell.
yeah,
It's
it's
really
very
cute.
cute. It's a very cute one. Shane also is self-described not great at mental math, and he's not very quick because he's an old man. So I feel like I am very ruthless, good at stealing things. So I'm not
That
supposed
is a legit stressful part of the rules. Like if the other person starts their turn and you have not drawn your additional card, you're a card behind the rest of the game, and that does suck. That sucks a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, it's a good one. So yeah, that'll be on the pile. Then we'll take it down. See, that's a game night. There's a ebb and flow. You start off with maybe kind of a tough game, maybe like a wingspan. You settle in, then you take it up a notch, a little crazy, a little chaotic. Then you go
Hmm.
back down. Then you take a break for some dinner. Then you go in for another crazy one. Then you pull back a little bit, have a nice calmer one. Then you see how everybody's feeling.
I do
So,
like a
yeah.
Mexican train dominoes. I do like Mexican train dominoes.
Yes.
So,
Well, we kind of do that around Christmas. We
uh-huh.
pull that out at Christmas time. I love that game. I like our own rules for that game too.
Yeah, it's fun. Mexican train's real fun.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, and everyone else gets very excited too because all of my favorite two-player games are not applicable. So I cannot bring over Washergate. I cannot bring over Undaunted, a World War II simulation game. So it's nice.
I'm
It
daunted.
it takes the bummer factor out. But I've taken Allison's note about those games, and I'm always Nixon or the Germans in World War II. And I've taken that note. No one wants to do that, so I'll do it. But
That's
sadly, I've
really
been
nice
winning
of
in those
you.
roles, and that is very depressing because
Yeah.
I can't really
It's
celebrate it. I'm like,
no.
ugh.
It's a bummer when you win and democracy loses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
democracy dies.
That's not the
Great,
Christmas spirit.
I did it. I
Yeah.
killed democracy. So yeah, those games are going to stay on the shelf. But yeah,
Great. It's not the Christmas spirit that we're going for around here. Yeah.
but Watergate is so fun.
I played it that one time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Nice. Mad Gabs. Is that what that is? Lisa says she'll stick with her favorite game of Mad Gabs. I like the sound of that one, Lisa. Mad Gabs. That sounds
Yeah.
like high paced and ridiculous. Which you need at a game night. Yeah. So that is how we are going to be spending our Christmas Eve and our
Mhm.
Christmas Day, really.
Yes.
Just to kick it
Mhm.
back.
Absolutely.
Relaxing.
Yep.
Playing
Honky
some
Tonk
games.
Christmas in the morning.
Honky Tonk Christmas. Yeah. Yeah, I love that for us, Laura.
Yeah, same. It's great. It's a soft pant lifestyle and low stress. Low stress. So
Yeah, A plus. A plus. All right. Anything else you're working on over there? I mean, work is at an all-time low. I have a
yeah.
class that I'm teaching tonight, Laura, and that is
Wow.
I'm kind of pissed off about it. I don't know who's making these schedules.
Yeah,
But
that's bold and fun and flirty. Yeah, that your supervisor chose to schedule that then.
yeah, rude.
But then you'll be in vacation mode? Question mark?
Yeah. Then feet are
Cool.
getting kicked up. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, I have a couple of things in the Holiday Spectacular Premium space. We are finished with our screenings, but we've had some requests for that space between Christmas and New Year's to add some more movie screenings. So I'm gonna do that. So I'll get some of those up today
Oh,
because pretty
good.
soon my Jam Advent calendar will be done and I will not have daily things going on. So I'd love to have a little bit of content over there to work on. And yeah, so that's I'll be posting some of those things. I'm hoping to get Swash in for our porcelain class at some point and just knock out a few more little gifties if I feel like it. But I'm pretty set with what I have now. It would just be like above and beyond. But that's really it. I feel like the big to-dos done.
Clicked off. We love
Mm-hmm.
that. Yes, that
Mm-hmm.
feels great.
It does.
Um, Oh my God. What was it? Oh man, I had to follow up the jam. Oh, here's what it was.
Yeah.
You are gonna schedule some movies next week, movie alongs.
Mm-hmm.
Or are you going to take the movie watching into 2024 as well?
Yeah,
Do like a
that's gonna happen in
quarterly movie
It'll happen in
or
our
something?
culture space, in our culture corner. We will
Oh,
just have
smart.
some, yeah, like every other month movie screening, just with
I
whatever
love
sounds
it.
fun. So yes,
Nice.
we use a browser extension called Teleparty. So that means you need to have a Chrome browser and laptop to participate. Um, as far as I know, it does not work with iPads or phones. It's just straight up a Chrome browser of some kind. But if you can figure this all out, and I make the same set of instructions in the event listing. If you can get that figured out, it is a lot of fun, and it looks a lot like if you tune into us live in the party, or if you've used Zoom ever. It's just screen with the movie and then a chat box, and we all talk back and forth, and it's a lot of fun. So I haven't selected titles yet, but I've received lots of good recommendations from fine people at Laura Allison Party, including Allyson. So yeah, oh yeah, we'll just keep those. Yeah, exactly. Teleparty was a big thing in pandemic times, but so was all of our friendships. We got to know each other remotely, and we want to keep hanging remotely. So why not? Why not Teleparty? So.
Yeah. Yeah, especially as winter is really, really setting in. Pandemic friends, exactly.
Mhm.
No one wants to leave the house. It's a very typical Chicago thing. Everyone's like, "Oh, after the holidays, let's get together. It'll be so great." And then you don't see that person till May.
Yeah. Yeah. I was listening to a Marketplace on NPR, and every
Huh.
year they go to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and because there is it's a big tradition, I guess, in New Mexico / the Southwest to have tamales for Christmas dinner, and so people have the like little side tamale business, much like the tamale man in Chicago that goes around to the
Yeah.
bars and
Bless
sells
him.
tamales out of a cooler, and they go every year and check in, and there are some people that run to like just have tamale business out of their house, and then some restaurants that make tamales, and they kind of are like talking about the tamale index and pricing and why they're deciding to price the tamales the way they are. But
Oh,
the
shit.
restaurant man was very interesting because last year they closed dining room service to make tamales because they didn't have enough staff
They
to
take a
run the
lot of
dining room.
space. Yeah.
But he said this year they had plenty of staff and plenty of people coming to the restaurant and plenty of tamale orders. So he said he felt like last year there were very few there were very few office parties and not a lot of large family gatherings. And he was like, this year it really seemed like people were like back to it. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But I still think that our online community stays solid because we like to work on our projects and be social. So these tools are still very helpful to us because we can like have all of our project bags and our scissors and our tea surrounding us, but we can
Yes.
still have a good time and chit chat with each
Do a
other.
little chit
So
chat, watching a
the
crazy
world
movie,
may be
doing a little chit chat.
the world may be bouncing back, but we can still use these tools to stay connected and not have it be like we're locked in our house and can't go anywhere. So I feel like there's a tendency to be like, oh, now that and now that there's our fourth booster or whatever it is, we don't these tools remind me of that time and I don't want to use them. I disagree. I think that they're just a tool, and
Yeah.
I still want to stay in touch with everybody. So I like doing it.
I love doing it. I love doing all of the virtual things because
And now I
it's,
want a tamale.
well, yes, same. But the amount of time that it would take to reschedule all of the in-person classes as soon as a blizzard hit, as soon as something crazy happened with the weather, all winter long, all I would be doing was rescheduling classes, refunding people, just like do like all of this. Being able to not have to deal with that is so nice. So
Mm-hmm.
virtual forever, as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, it makes things so much easier.
Yeah, so that for sure is we like a good teleparty if people can figure out the technology. But which is always a big if, but it's when it happens, magic can happen. Like freaking Christmas on Mistletoe Farm. What a giant shit show, and we had so much fun experiencing that trauma together. So can only go up from here.
Yeah, right. And you
It
thought the
was
low was going to be best Christmas ever.
that was also shocking. I was shocked by what honestly they could be sued for that title. Just inaccurate in so many ways, but
Yeah.
I guess there's bigger fish to fry. I don't know. I don't know what, but
I was surprised. So we have a group chat of quilters, and we were chit-chatting yesterday about, and I just happened to mention a a movie that I was currently watching, a Christmas made for TV Christmas movie, and I said what the plot was, and pretty much everyone in that chat stopped what they were doing and they were like, time to watch Merry Kiss Cam. Merry Kiss Cam. And what I said was a, a couple goes on a first date to a college hockey game where they end up on the kiss cam. They kiss and the team wins, and the whole town decides that they're good luck and they have to come back to every college hockey game so that their team can make the playoffs. And everyone was like, in, work over,
it's charming.
time to
Charm
dial
City.
up, Merry Kiss Cam. And yeah, I'm not mad at it. I think that was a pretty good recommendation.
Yeah, absolutely charming.
Adorable. Well,
Yeah.
a weird thing about Christmas movies is rarely do the leads, the couple meet and like each other. Most of the time they meet and they hate each other, and the
Yes,
whole
which is
ridiculous plot is
very
about
tedious.
getting them right. It's just like, okay, so it was just lovely to watch two kids in love just like going to hockey games.
I love it. I do. Well, that you had another great Christmas movie recommendation, which was Christmas as Usual, which
Yes.
is a Norwegian movie, which they do Heimtil, Home for Christmas, and the snowstorm or whatever that is. They do a great Christmas movie, and this was no exception. It's a girl living in the United States who gets engaged to an Indian man, and then is like, "Come with me to my family's traditional Norwegian Christmas." And it's a total mess, and it's very sweet and touching and funny. I thought it was so lovely, and the sweaters. So
Yeah, it's hard to believe how different Indian culture and Norwegian culture are. And putting that next to each other is a comedy gold.
well, and it is so funny because so many Scandinavians settled in the land of Minnesota. And so a lot of your observations about Minnesotan culture is very similar to what's going on in Norwegian culture, particularly when it comes to flavor and spice. And it is so funny. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's just adorable. 10 out of 10. No notes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, he was
Yes.
so hilarious and very charming and cute. Everybody was just, it was very lovely and based on a true story, God only knows. But I was very charmed by that. So that was another winning Daikaizen recommendation if you are
Yeah.
getting to log some couch time over the next week or so.
Yeah. Dial it up. Laura, I'm still trying to get you to watch um uh, Your Christmas or Mine. It's
Okay.
on Amazon. That's the one I'm
Okay.
pushing for. I got to get somebody to watch this movie. It stars the boy from Sex Education,
Okay.
whatever. His
Sure.
dad is Alex Jennings
Okay.
from The Crown, and um, uh, uh, he's always plays somebody's king, the king of something. In Victoria,
Yeah, so
he's that guy. In Victoria, he's
the uncle. Yeah,
the uncle.
he's played King, like David in The Crown, and also played Charles in The Queen. Like he's played every member of the royal
Yes,
family.
every
Yeah,
single one.
it's very funny.
That
Yeah,
guy.
that guy.
Um,
Mhm.
but it's very cute. The premise is this cute baby couple. They're in England, and they're both taking a train home to their families for Christmas. And they both decide as a surprise to surprise the other one at their homes
Uh-oh.
without it
Hijinks.
knowing, and hijinks ensues, and then there's a
Oh,
storm.
Henry.
No one can get anywhere. It's just adorable. So yeah, I'm
Your
gonna say
Christmas or mine?
Your Christmas or Mine. Very cute. I keep saying this, but there is a point where it seems like the dog is dead. The dog is not dead. No dogs die.
PSA. PSA.
Uh,
Important information.
very
That's news
important.
you can use. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's just very important. Yeah.
Well, I have finished up The Crown, so that's what
You
I've been working
did.
my way through. Um, so that's done
What do you
now.
think? What do you
And
think, Laura?
what do I think? I think um, I think they painted themselves into a corner and they did what they could. That's what I
Hmm.
think.
With
um,
the queen? With the
yeah,
crown?
but right. I think that they did an okay job with the last episode, but it didn't hit for me personally, but I they tried because it's what's nice is then you can go right back into that first season and I start watching that first season again and I'd be like and I'm like, nah, this was great. And then it was not. So they did it.
They did it.
I
It's
think that
done.
it's hard. I mean, it's hard because spoiler alert, everyone, but Queen Elizabeth II passed away this year. And so I think I'm not
Sad.
sure if that was how they had originally written the ending or what have you. And she doesn't, spoilers, doesn't really die in the show, but she is contemplating the end. And it's like they did what they did as classy of a job as they could, but I don't know. I don't know. We're leaning into specters and ghosts this season in a bizarre way.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're just really getting into specters, ghosts, and memories in a way that the show has not done before. So it's just like, where are we? It's something. But I still cried. I still cried. So
That's on my list for January.
yeah, that's my micro review. If anyone has gotten there, happy to talk to you about it offline. But I think a lot of folks are not going to get around this to January, so I don't want to cloud anyone's experience. But
Well,
yeah,
when we come back with our title sequences, Laura,
perfect. We'll put it in
uh,
Culture Vulture at the end.
exactly.
But yeah, it's there's a lot to discuss. There's a lot to discuss. So yeah,
Nice. All right.
yeah.
Well, I'll get there. Not now. It's
Yeah.
not festive enough.
But I think when we had our little holiday hang last Friday, it was sort of unanimous that we felt that there have been some casting issues in this latest season.
Yes.
Um, and in particular, that Charles is too handsome.
Yeah.
And that is weird. That how handsome that man is. Dominic, what's his name? What?
Dominic West. Yeah.
He's
Dominic
too
West.
hot
Too hot.
to be Charles.
Yeah. Too
And
hot.
they did the reverse for poor Harry. So that's a shame. It's a shame. You're like, this
Poor
guy has
Harry.
red hair and similarities. I'm like,
Easy.
there are more gingers
Wrap
on
it
that
up.
island. You've got to be kidding me.
Aw. Well, he always
Yeah.
looks a little awkward, especially next to William growing up.
Yeah. Yep. He did. But I mean, they couldn't even put a little blush on him. It's like he's got rosacea for days. That whole family does. Whatever. I'm done.
Oh, yeah, and now he's hotter than William. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And he got a big win in the courts this week.
He did.
He's been saying that they've been hacking his goddamn phone for years, and they were hacking his
And
fucking phone.
they sure were. Yeah.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
who knows? Yeah. And now that he's living in Los Angeles, I am pretty convinced he is going to go for the hair transplant surgery that has plagued his whole family. So I think he's starting back here. I have a feeling that'll be taken care of in the next 3 years or so. You mark my words,
Harry. Hold tight to it. Laura, I think it was this morning or maybe yesterday morning, the New York Times had a Crown quiz. How well do you know the Crown? And I only missed one question.
Ooh.
So I didn't.
I feel like I can never get 100%. You can't fly that close to the sun.
Yeah, they're too tricksy. Yeah. Some of the questions were real silly. Some of them were like factual.
I'm excited.
So yeah, you got to dial that up.
I'm excited. Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely going to watch the first few seasons of The Crown again, but I can pepper in some holiday. And also it's really hard to find the classics. I really do need to just buy some DVDs, I think, because trying to find the classics right when I want them, some holiday classics, it's not it.
What
holiday nowhere to be found. Charlie Brown Christmas, holiday. Although I did find, we talked about this at holiday at Maker Workroom. I did find the entire Pee-wee's Playhouse Christmas special on YouTube, like digitally remastered, and that has every single famous person from the 80s in it. It is outstanding. That was fun.
I think the holidays on Hulu. Like the
holiday. I was on
Mr. Napkin Head.
Yes, I was struggling for Holiday and Holiday and Hulu, and then there was one other that was like nowhere to be found. But anyway, regardless, I was just so in the mood for it right in that moment, and then you couldn't order it anywhere. And then this is a non-holiday movie, but the movie Drop Dead Gorgeous I have been trying to watch for 6 months, and you cannot stream it anywhere, and I don't understand what hell it is in. So I'm just going to buy a Drop Dead Gorgeous DVD. I can't take it anymore. I want to watch that movie.
Yeah. I thought that was on Max. It's not on Max?
It's nowhere. It is just nowhere. You go to Amazon and it's like unavailable for streaming. It's like, Home Alone too.
Home Alone, good. Well, Laura, I feel like I should cede the ownership of the holiday DVD that I own since it was your grandmother's.
I need to double check this is how often I look at my DVDs.
I feel like you gave it to me because you already owned it.
I had an extra one. Yeah, I'll take a look again. The holiday is less of an issue. It's really that I really want to watch that Charlie Brown Christmas and the original animated Grinch, and those are hard to find.
Those
Those are hard to
are
find.
really hard to find because
Mhm.
like Fox or whatever owns the rights, so they try to get people to watch the actual television when
Right.
you find it on in the TV guide. I don't know how people know what's on television now. That's how we
Right.
used to know when to watch it because it was on the cover of the TV guide, and you'd be able to be like, "Oh, great, it's going to be on Fox at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday." So
I really
great,
just want to
I'm ready.
buy a DVD of someone took from a VHS recording of the network thing with all of the commercials in place. That is what I want. So somebody send that
Oh,
to me.
that's
I want to see the Viennetta commercial
yes.
and like
Oh my
the
God.
local news about the local high school basketball game in
Yes.
into like a
Oh
Sears
my God.
commercial. That's
Well,
what I want.
Lisa's dropping knowledge in the chat right now. They still make TV Guide. That's amazing. Yeah, and
I
if
bet
you are
those
a literal child watching this right now and you have no idea what we're talking about, they used to mail you a book. Um, of all the shit that was on TV weekly. And then you would read it and then you'd be like, oh my God, we would highlight things that we wanted to watch in the TV guide. And then meet at the TV when the highlighted thing that you wanted to watch was going to air.
yeah. But it was very
It feels
confusing
like
if you were
I'm
a
gonna
child in
live
Indiana
life.
because half of the year you were on Central Time and the other half you were on Eastern and you don't know what was what ever. And so you were either an hour too early or too late. So the TV box was mysterious. It was just very mysterious. When was Full House? Who could say? Who could say? Depends on
Well,
where the sun is.
good thing you figured it out, Laura, because you know all of the cultural references. You did it. You
Yeah,
made it through.
it's important. But yeah, so if anyone has a DVD burnt of their VHS recording of either of those two pieces of media, you've got my contact information. Please, let's wheel and
Or
deal. I
if
will
you
Venmo
have
you.
the VHS, we can process that on a DVD, probably. I don't know. We can pay someone to
It
do that.
can be done. It's just the
Yeah.
one thing I don't have in this house is a VHS player. Everything else,
Good. I feel like I might have one in the basement, but ooh, yeah, who knows? But
no promises.
that's got to be a thing. You got to be able to ship that to somebody to be able to put it on a DVD for
You
you.
can. I learned that you can rent metal detectors from the library. You can check out a metal detector from the library. We've got to be able to check out VHS players. We
I
got
bet
it.
they have VHS players at the library.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like you used to
I
be able to do
believe
that
it.
from Blockbuster in a big suitcase. I bet they have those. I'm gonna see
Call up the library. Yeah.
triphublive.org.
Ding, ding,
Coming for
ding.
you, Harold Washington.
Library?
Yes.
Library? Do you have a VHS?
VHS.
VHS? Yeah. Those
'Tis the
children that work at
season.
the library would have no idea what you're talking about. You'd
No,
probably just walk there.
I'll be like, please get Lisa's 87-year-old mom on the phone. That's who I want
Yeah,
to talk to. She'll know what
perfect.
I'm talking
Oh,
about.
yes. Lisa's mom has a VHS recorder
Perfect.
still. I love this for us. Yeah, that's perfect.
Now I don't quite know how I'd hook it up to my TV, but there's got to be a converter cord. I'll figure it out. I've got some Googling to do, y'all. I gotta go Google.
All right. Well, Laura, I think we did the things. I feel good about
I
our
like
structure.
Yes, I like
Yes.
our general direction. It's good to set achievable goals for the new year and not go too
Yes.
crazy. We didn't even get into Whip It Out 2024 is back. It's up and at 'em
Yeah.
and it's here, but we can absolutely use that as a segment for what's going on in the party next year. It'll be great.
Yes. I love that. Are we doing a live? Do you want to do a live next week? Because next week is still 2023.
I'm certainly around.
It's on the calendar.
Okay, great. We'll do a dry run of our segments. I'm around.
Yeah. Maybe I'll cook up some titles.
I love it.
We'll see. Actually, I'm not gonna promise shit. I'm not promising
I was gonna
shit.
say, don't do that to yourself. We're promising this for the new year. So
Yes, exactly. That's not now. Yeah, that's not now. Oh yeah, we can do a gift show and tell.
absolutely, for sure.
Yeah, we
Wonderful.
love that.
All
All right.
right.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great Christmas. If you are celebrating Christmas this coming weekend, remember, be nice to yourself. All right. Eat a
Truly.
cookie, have a cocktail. You got this. You did the best you
Cast
could.
something
And
on.
that's
It's
great.
so fun.
Yes.
It's so fun.
Yes. Watch some of the insane movies that we've mentioned here, and you will love it. Tell us all
Mhm.
about it. Yeah, we can't wait. We can't wait to see it. All right,
Yep.
everybody.
Jingle
Have a
jangle.
good one.
Happy, merry everything.
See you
Love
in a
you.
week. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.